welcome back to my annual Oscar series where I talk about all the Oscar categories except for the short film ones. I rank each nominee per category according to who I think deserves to win the Oscar, then I make a prediction for who I think will win that Oscar. Right now I want to do something a little bit different. Usually I take care of all the visual categories first, but I'm going to skip ahead first to one of the audio categories. I'm going to talk about Best Original Song. You know where this is headed. So the nominees for this are Audition, The Fools Who Dream from La La Land, music by Justin Hurwitz, lyric by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul. Can't Stop the Feeling from Trolls, music and lyric by Justin Timberlake, Max Martin and Carl Johan Schuster. City of Stars from La La Land, music by Justin Hurwitz, lyric by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul. The Empty Chair from Jim, the James Foley Story, music and lyric by J. Ralph and Sting. And How Far I'll Go from Moana, music and lyric by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Now, if you know me, you know that I love Sing Street, and if you know me, you know how devastated I was, just heartbroken that Drive It Like You Stole It from Sing Street was not nominated for this Oscar. I think it is literally an absolute travesty that this song was ignored, because I think it easily could have won. Next to the epilogue of La La Land, Drive It Like You Stole It, I think, was the best musical sequence I saw in a film last year. It's just such a good song. It's so well written and so well performed, and how it's used in Sing Street, like, they make you hear the song in a completely different emotional context. It is brilliant work. And that's the end of my Sing Street rant. I was going to go longer, but I will cut to the chase. But with this list of nominees that we have here, I think it's fairly easy for me to rank them. So in terms of who I think deserves to win the Oscar, at 5th place, I'm gonna put Can't Stop the Feeling. Look, I tried to give this song a chance. I really did, but even after watching Trolls, not only do I think that Can't Stop the Feeling is still a really annoying song, but it has no use in the film. If you take out the song and the scene where it's in from Trolls, it does not affect anything. Like, it really doesn't, because it's used as like a celebration song after the main point of conflict is resolved in the movie. So you don't really need it for any narrative purpose, and the song doesn't even extend into the credits, the end credits, so it isn't even the last thing the audience hears. So it just doesn't make that much of an emotional connection, so I don't know why it was nominated. Now, at 4th place, I'm gonna give it to The Empty Chair. Now, it's hard to argue against this song's nomination because it clearly comes from a place of love and sincerity, because the documentary Jim, the James Foley Story is about the first reporter executed by ISIS. So it is heartfelt. It's a good song, though lyrically speaking, it just doesn't really feel that connected thematically to anything else in the film. And in terms of the emotion it gives off, it doesn't really add anything new. All it does really is reinforce the feelings of sadness and sort of like bittersweet gratefulness for this guy's life that you had already kind of seen over the past 2 hours, so that's why it's at number 4. At number 3, I'm gonna give it the City of Stars from La La Land. Now, the actual full version of City of Stars that plays about 2/3 of the way through the film is extremely charming. I love it. I love that it sort of symbolizes the love that Mia and Sebastian have for each other, and them singing this song together really kind of confirms it. And while I know a lot of people don't like the way Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone sing, I love that when they sing City of Stars, it's done in a very casual way, because it makes sense, because in the film they're just at home singing next to each other on the piano, so it makes sense for them to just kind of be casual about it. However, it's at number 3 for me because I think it works better as a theme within Justin Hurwitz's score. When people think of City of Stars, they think of the repeating motif of the song. They don't immediately think of the full version in the middle of the movie, so that's why it's at number 3. Now, at 2nd place, I'm gonna give it to How Far I'll Go from Moana. Now, this is just as great as any other Disney heroine's anthem, in my opinion. It is up there with the best of the best. I love that How Far I'll Go captures this really complicated feeling of wanting to pursue your duty and the responsibility that's been built up for you, but at the same time still wanting to chase after your dreams. It's not black and white, it's not either or. It is a very real sort of feeling, I think, that I'm glad Lin-Manuel Miranda was able to articulate. And every time I listen to How Far I'll Go, I am more and more blown away by Aulia Carvalho's vocal performance. She's like 15, 16 years old, and she's incredible. She sounds like a pro. There's so much emotion in her voice. But the only reason why this is not at number one is that I wish it was longer. It's just such a short song, I think, and I just really wanted a lot more out of it. So at number one, the song that I think deserves to win the Oscar is Audition the Fools Who Dream. This is, I think, the emotional climax of Mia's arc in La La Land, and I watched this film 3 times in cinemas and I almost wept all 3 times, specifically because of this song. I think this really embodies what the film is all about. You know, it's about these people who to others might be acting foolishly because they're chasing after their dreams, but that's precisely why they need us. You know, that's a lyric in the song. That's why they need dreamers and artists. And for everyone who's hating on Emma Stone's voice throughout the rest of the film, here I think she does a great job. She really legitimately does a great vocal performance in this song. And what's more is that the scene where they do this song, it's done in 1 take and she sings live. So that is legitimately her great vocal performance. And I just love the way this scene plays out, because it is on audition, like a real audition, but because it turns into a musical scene, it shows how her character sort of transcends herself and gives like the best acting performance she's ever done. However, in terms of who I think will win this Oscar, I think it's going to go to City of Stars, which, you know, is weird for me because it's been winning so many awards for some reason, but I guess it's because people see it as the film's theme song, which I guess kind of makes sense. But on the other hand, I would also just really love it for How Far I'll Go to win, just so Lin could get his EGOT, the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, because if he wins, he'll be the youngest person ever to get all 4, and he'll be the person who's done it the fastest. So I'm just really invested in Lin's career because I am certified In the Heights Hamilton trash, and I just want what's best for him, but yeah, I accept if he doesn't win. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Best Original Song category. What do you think of the nominees? Who do you think will win? Who do you think should win? Whatever you guys think, whether you agree with me or not, please leave me a comment. Let's have a conversation.